Boxing truth here. Heavyweight contender Joseph Parker. He's already got another fight scheduled. Quick turnaround from his last fight. He fought recently as a month ago against Jason Bergman. Knocked him out in the eighth round. He'll be fighting heavyweight contender Carlos Takam in a step-up fight. Another young heavyweight on the rise, stepping up. It's like contagious. When one heavyweight steps up, another heavyweight's going to do the same. And it's a good fight for Joseph Parker. This will be his best opponent to date in Carlos Takam. He's a top 15 heavyweight, according to BoxRec. He's from France. He's experienced. He actually is from Cameroon, lives in France. He's experienced. He's seasoned. He's fought some solid opposition, like Mike Perez and Tony Thompson, Povetkin, and he's coming off three wins in his since losing to Povetkin by knockout. He's been really rehabilitating himself, fighting not the most quality heavyweights out there. Pretty much is getting a few wins after suffering a knockout loss, and now he's gonna fight Joseph Parker on April 17th at the Horcastle Arena, and it's a IBF Eliminator, so that means that the winner of this fight will be the number one contender, because Anthony Joshua is rated above both of those guys at number 4, but he's going to be fighting Charles Martin for the IBF strap on April 9th. And Erkin Tepper, he's going through some issues, I believe. He tested positive for a banned substance, so I don't think he's going to be available. He's going through some issues after testing positive for steroids or something like that. So the winner of this fight will be the number one contender, and it'll be a good action fight. Takam, he comes to fight. He'll let his hands go, but he's a little faded right now. He's 35 years old, getting up there in age. He's seen better days. He looked a little faded in his last fight against George Arias. And Parker, he's just a fresher guy. He's a faster guy, better athlete. He's got a solid skill set for a heavyweight. He comes forward, but he's skilled about it. Feints. He likes to feint, lead off the jab. And he's explosive when he can. He explodes sometimes with really fast combinations and powerful punches. Good 1-2, good left hook to the body. He's a good athlete, good fighter. Just not tested yet. He hasn't fought the most quality heavyweights out there, but this is a step in the right direction. Fighting a experienced heavyweight contender, rated heavyweight. And I see Joseph Parker looking like a monster in this fight. It's a good fight for him stylistically. He'll look like $1 million, and he should win this fight. Possibly he might get tested a little bit, but I see Parker stopping Takam maybe in the later rounds, and he'll be the number one contender for the IBF strap. And the IBF, they gave Martin a year until he's forced to fight his mandatory. So Parker, he won't, even though if he wins this fight against Takam, he'll be the number one contender, but he won't be able to get a shot at the winner of Martin Joshua until next year, because that's when the mandatory is enforced. So he'll have some waiting to do. He could easily. He's also rated number 1. He's the number one contender for the WBO. So I'm not sure the timetable of WBO is mandatory. WBO is held by Tyson Fury, the lineal champion, and he's gonna be fighting Klitschko sometime in May, June, July. Difficult negotiations going on with Klitschko. A lot of details got to figure out. Networks, the venue that offers the most money, all that shit. So in Fury, I'm not sure the timetable of WBO. I'm not sure when they'll enforce that mandatory, because Parker is rated number 1 by WBO. But Fury, he's gonna go after a money fight after this. If he, most likely he'll beat Klitschko. I believe he will beat Klitschko in a rematch, and after that, he's gonna go for a money fight. He's either gonna fight Deontay Wilder in unification if Wilder fights Povetkin and beats him. If not that, he'll go after. If Joshua beats Martin, he's gonna go after Anthony Joshua. So he's gonna go after the biggest money fights out there. Fury has about a few fights left in his career, and he most likely will retire. Ever since he won the belt, the hunger is gone a little bit because he had his greatest victory. He won't have the glory of that night when he beat Klitschko. It'll never happen again. He won't get that big victory ever again. He beat the super champion, and now whatever he does is just icing on the cake. And Parker, I believe he'll beat Takam rather easily. It's a good fight for him, though. But I believe Parker should go after the winner of Joshua and Martin, because that's the easier fight right now. Fury's a difficult fight for anybody. Tall guy, athleticism, boxing skill, boxing IQ. And it's just this team will be smart to go after Martin Joshua winner. Both guys are very inexperienced, around the same level as Parker. Very competitive fights between the three. But they're gonna have to wait a year for that shot at the belt. So interesting situation in the heavyweight division. It's getting more and more exciting by the day. This is the year of the heavyweights. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.